$15,000, stuffed into a leather bag, handed to the captain of South Africa in a Durban hotel room in January 2000. 3 months later, he was banned from cricket for life. How does a national hero, a man millions called the moral compass of a rebuilt country, end up taking cash from a bookmaker named Hansie Cronje? The answer starts with a single phone call intercepted by the Delhi police, and it is not the call you think. Today, you will hear the exact moment Hansie Cronje broke down and confessed at 3 a.m., the strange leather jacket that started it all, the teammates he tried to drag with him, and moment number 3, a plane crash in the Out-Nikwa Mountains that many still refuse to believe was an accident. If you love cricket's greatest untold stories, subscribe to Cricket Chronicles, new legends every week. Chapter 1. The Golden Boy. In 1994, South Africa had just returned from 21 years of sporting isolation, and Wessels Johannes Cronje, a farm boy from Bloemfontein with cold blue eyes and a Bible in his kit bag, was handed the captaincy at 24. Under him, the Proteas won 27 of their first 38 tests. He beat Australia in Australia. He beat England in England. Nelson Mandela himself embraced him on the outfield. In a country still stitching itself back together, Hansie Cronje was not just a cricketer. He was proof that the new South Africa could win, cleanly, prayerfully, without apology. Chapter 2. The Whisper from Mumbai. It began, according to Cronje's own later testimony, in January 1996, in a hotel room during a tour of India. A man named Mohammed Azharuddin, then captain of India, allegedly introduced him to a bookmaker called Mukesh Gupta. The offer was simple: lose a one-day international. The price, $30,000 in cash. Cronje said he took the money, told his players nothing, and South Africa lost anyway. He convinced himself it was a one-time weakness. It was not. Chapter 3. The Leather Jacket. Over the next 4 years, the payments continued. Small amounts, then larger. 15,000 here, 20,000 there. Sometimes cash, sometimes a leather jacket for his wife Bertha, sometimes a mobile phone. He tried to recruit teammates. Herschel Gibbs was offered $15,000 to score less than 20 in a match at Nagpur in March 2000. Henry Williams was offered the same to bowl badly. Both took the deal. Both, tellingly, failed to execute it. Gibbs made 74. Williams pulled up injured. But the intent had been sold, and the trail was now electronic. Chapter 4. The Delhi Tape. On the 7th of April 2000, the Delhi Crime Branch announced they had recorded conversations between the South African captain and Hansie Cronje, a London-based Indian bookmaker. The tapes were played on Indian television. Cronje's voice, unmistakable, discussing scores, discussing players, discussing money. South Africa's cricket board dismissed it instantly. Ali Bachar called it rubbish. Cronje himself, in a statement released within hours, denied everything and swore on his faith that he had never fixed a match. For 72 hours, the country believed him. Then came the phone call that changed a nation. Chapter 5. 3 in the morning. At around 3 a.m. on the 11th of April 2000, Cronje phoned Bachar at his home in Johannesburg. He said, and Bachar would later repeat these words to the King Commission, "I have not been entirely honest." Within hours, he was sacked as captain. Within days, the South African government convened a formal judicial inquiry chaired by Judge Edwin King, and cricket in the country entered the darkest courtroom of its history. Under oath, Cronje admitted to accepting between $100,000 and $140,000 from bookmakers between 1996 and 2000. He named Gibbs. He named Williams. He named Peter Stridham. He insisted, again and again, that no test match had ever been thrown, only limited overs games, and only ever in ways that did not, in his mind, affect the result. The Commission was not convinced. On the 11th of October 2000, the United Cricket Board of South Africa banned Hansie Cronje from all cricket, in every capacity, for life. Chapter 6. The Fall of a Saint. He was 30 years old. He had a degree in commerce, a devoted wife, a farm outside Fancourt, and no cricket. He took a job as a financial manager for an earth-moving company called Bell Equipment in the small town of George. Friends said he seemed at peace. His pastor said he prayed for forgiveness every night. He appealed the ban in court, arguing it was unconstitutional, and in 2001 he won a partial ruling that allowed him to coach at club level. He never coached. He was, by every account of those close to him, a man waiting for something he could not name. Chapter 7. The Outnequa Mountains. On the 1st of June 2002, Cronje missed his commercial flight from Johannesburg to George. He hitched a ride on a Hawker Siddeley cargo turboprop, seated in the cockpit as the only passenger. In heavy cloud and driving rain, the pilots lost visual contact with the runway, made 2 failed approaches, and on the 3rd attempt slammed into the Cradock Peak of the Outnequa Range at 4,900 feet. All 3 men on board died instantly. Cronje was 32. The official inquiry blamed pilot error and faulty navigation equipment. But within days, the theories began. Why was the black box damaged in a way investigators called unusual? Why had he insisted, according to his brother Franz, that he feared for his life in the weeks before? Who else knew the full list of names he had been protecting? To this day, no evidence has ever been produced to contradict the accident finding, but the questions have never stopped either. Chapter 8. The Stain That Would Not Wash. In the years since, match fixing has been found in almost every corner of the game, from Pakistan to Bangladesh to the county circuit in England. Investigators still call the Cronje file the moment cricket lost its innocence, the case that proved a captain, a Christian, a hero of the Rainbow Nation, could be bought for the price of a second-hand car. And somewhere in Bloemfontein, on a quiet family farm, a headstone reads simply, Wessel Johannes Cronje, 1969 to 2002, with no mention of runs, no mention of caps, and no mention of the $15,000 that started the end of everything. If this story gripped you, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Next week on Cricket Chronicles, we unravel the Bodyline series that nearly broke the British Empire. Do not miss it.